Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me in episode 20 of my weekly chat. Today I am in the studio, as you can see, and behind me is the artwork that I have been working on over the past few days. So this design is quite intricate. I've just drawn it on for now with a chalk or a pastel pencil, and I'm going to paint over it very shortly. I didn't start this design on the canvas. I actually start with tracing paper. So tracing paper is my best friend, and I do love to design and draw. I'll hold it this way. I do love to design and draw on paper because traditionally I do love to draw with a pencil, on paper. I know a lot of people you can draw on iPads, but I don't find that process very satisfying or very creative, in all honesty. I find it a lot more inspiring to be drawing pencil lines and rubbing them out with an eraser and, scratching paper and that kind of thing. That's where I come from. That's what I've done since I could remember. So this design first started, and as you can see, I've folded. So I'll start with a segment and then I will, fold the paper to draw the mirror image of that design, and so on until the whole design is complete. And then begins the task of having it transferred onto the canvas, and there are a few ways to do this, and I'll definitely go more into depth about all of that in a more detailed video, but for now I just wanted to quickly show you what's on the wall and what I've been working on. But as well as this one, I've also been working on a few little mini mandalas. So for the mini mandalas, I take a timber board like this, just a basic timber board, and I'll paint a beautiful color on top like this one here, and then I'll draw a mandala over the top with a white Posca pen. And I usually love to do that just while I'm sitting down watching TV at night. It's my wind down, but at the end of the day I'll have a whole array of cute little minis which will hopefully go on sale shortly. And I have one other artwork I'd like to show you very quickly. Just stay right there. So this artwork I have behind me is one that I've had in my house for a very long time. It's had a few different layers put onto it, and the most recent layer is this inky watercolory dark deep blue, and I was going for a real ocean feeling. I wanted to feel like you're diving into the ocean, when the sun's coming down from above and you're diving down and there's just this swirling blue endless ocean. That's the feeling I was going for. So I think I have kind of achieved that. And one thing I'd love to do is to put some kind of design element on top, whether it's a mandala or a mandala sort of inspired design. I'm not too sure, but I want it to be a very subtle, watery kind of effect, and something that's not too harsh and too extreme. So not a white, but a really subtle design. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. So it might need to go back upstairs to the end of my hallway, which is my sort of think tank area, which is where I put artworks that I don't know quite how to finish, and then I kind of subconsciously work on them every time I see them in the hallway. So it's probably going to go back upstairs for that shortly. But I'm lucky recently, I've been so inspired with creativity. Having just been to Italy, the inspiration sparks are flowing like crazy. So I've just been madly working away on all kinds of different projects. Some days you have the inspiration to do something messy and wild, and other days you have the inspiration to do something more structured or quiet and calm, like drawing an ink mandala. So I just like to go with the flow of whatever I'm feeling in that day, and that's where my creativity takes me. And I also find that experimenting with new mediums, like with this artwork here, it was sitting there as what I would have deemed a failure for many, many months, but there is no real failure with art, because you can always keep layering or painting. You can paint over a canvas numerous times, and everything that you experiment with essentially is something you've learned or something you've discarded because it doesn't work. So everything is a learning process. So there really are no failed days. Every day is a learning day, and every day is another step forward on your artistic progression. That's my view. Even if I don't feel like I've produced anything specific, everything is part of a larger picture. It's part of the stepping stones to something greater. So thank you once again for joining me in episode 20 of my weekly chat. I hope you've enjoyed the little sneak peek into my head or my studio to see what I've been working on over the past week. And I will see you all again next week. Bye for now.